Hello everyone. In this session we will discuss the C++ tokens. So these are the building blocks of the C++ language. Here a token is the smallest individual unit of the C++ program. Here what is the token? A token is the smallest unit of C++ program. Means here the program is constructed using the combination of these tokens. The program can be constructed by this program can be constructed by this program, how it will be constructed? By the tokens, constructed by the tokens. A token is the smallest unit of C++ program, or else here we can call this is the individual units. It will be having the individual units, or else it will be having some components also. And these programs are constructed, whatever you are performing the programs, those are constructed by our tokens. What we have the tokens here? The tokens are the 5 types in the C++. See here, these are our tokens: keywords, identifier, constants, operators, string constants. These are our 5 tokens. First we will discuss the first one, that is the keywords. First we will discuss the first one, that is like here our keyword. First one. Keyword is having the special meaning in our C++, or else it may be the C language also. They are always written in the lowercase letters. How we are writing these keywords? In the lowercase letters. And these are having the specific purpose. Keywords are always written in the lowercase letters. These are having some specific purpose. And these keywords also we can call like your reserved words. We can also call these keywords or like your reserved words. And all the keywords are having the fixed meaning, and this meaning cannot be changed whenever you are doing the program, or else whenever you are executing the program, here the keyword meaning cannot be changed. So means here it will be having some fixed meaning. It will be having some fixed meaning, and the keywords can use it to construct the building blocks of the program statements. Why we are using these keywords? The keywords are constructed building blocks of the program statements. It can be performs the building blocks of the program. Building blocks of the program statements. And next here, these are always in the alphabetical order. Whatever you have the keywords, those keywords are represented in the format of alphabetical order. Follows the alphabetical order. So in the C++ here, we will be having the keywords. In the C++ here, in the C language, normally we'll be having like your 32 keywords, right? In the C++ language, we'll be having the 56, or else sometimes here we'll be having the 52, or else here 48. It is depends on the world versions. right? So at present days here we are implementing the so many features into this, right? Some of the having this 60 keywords also, some of the having this 60 keywords also. Okay, so your keyword is always accepting the lowercase letters, and these are the reserved words, means also we can call the reserved words. It will be having the fixed meaning, and your by using this here we can construct the building blocks of the program statements, and it will be in the alphabetical order type. Some of the keywords I will write here, so I will not write all those here. Some of the keywords here, whatever we have the keywords, I will write some. So these are always in the our alphabetical order. First one A, and these are always in the lowercase letters. Auto, break, case, character, constant, continue, default, do, like this up to so on. So yeah, these are always in the alphabetical order with the lowercase letters, you can observe here. So this is the our keywords. And next here we have the second one. Here we have the second one, that is the identifier. Next move to the our identifier. Here we can see. Next what we have here, identifiers. Second one we have the identifier. The identifier can refers the name of the variables, functions, and also arrays. It can be performs the variables, functions, and also arrays. Identifiers can refers the variables, functions, and arrays. These are user defined names, and it will be having the some sequence of letters, digits, with the letter as first character. At least you have to be follow first character is the letter. It can be performs the sequence of letters, sequence of letters, and also it will be having the digits, right? So whatever you're writing, that will be at least having the first character is the letter only. It is having the letters or else digits, right? And this identifier can accept the uppercase and the lowercase letters. In this you can use the uppercase and the lowercase letters and the lowercase letters. In this you can include the uppercase and the lowercase letters. And the underscore sign is also permitted in the identifier. So if you're writing the characters, so that must be an alphabet or else your underscore. The first character is always underscore. This is the underscore, or else you can write your underscore. And also here we can write the alphabet. Any alphabet you can choose. It may be the underscore or else here it may be the alphabet. And it is used to link between two words in the long identifiers. And the keywords must not be used into this. And it should not having the any white spaces in between the words here. It will not allow the white spaces, not having, or else here not contain white spaces. It will not having the white spaces in between the words. In between the words here, it will not allows the white spaces. And the name of the identifier must be having the letters, digits, and the underscore only. Only whatever you are giving, that will be having the letters, underscore, and the digits. And this having the both upper and lowercase letters. Yes. And for example, if you're writing this one, you can write, at least we need to be write with a character, right? So here I'm writing the character is like B, and here just anything you can choose here, any number also you can write. If you're writing with the underscore, you're like this also you can give sum of marks, for example. Like this here you can include. These are the our identifiers. And next here we have the third one, that is the constants. Next here we have the third one, that is the constants. Constants is nothing but your fixed value. Here constant is nothing but your fixed value. It will be having the fixed value. The value cannot be changed during the program execution. Whatever you have the value, that cannot be changed during the execution of the program. And if you're working with the constants here, it will be having the several ways. So like your numeric constants, we have the three types in this. Numeric constant, second one character constant, and third one symbolic constants. Third one we have the symbolic constants. Right. First one we will discuss the numeric constants. This numeric constants is having again integer and real constants. This numeric again is divided into integer and next your real characters. Okay, first we will discuss the numeric characters. Then go to the first one, numeric characters. So in this again what we have here, two types here. One is the integer and the real constants, right? So first we will discuss the integer constants. First one, integer constants. This integer constants just refers the sequence of the digits. Just it can be accepts the only numbers or else here digits format. Okay, sequence of digits. It can be accepts the sequence of digits manner. And these are the three types again. In this again we have the three types. First one is the decimal integer. First one is the decimal integer. The decimal integer is having the set of digits. The decimal integer is having the set of digits like your 0 to 9. 0 to 9. So if you're writing the numbers, after the 9 means just we are writing the 10. After the 9 we are writing the 10. Okay. But how we are getting the 10? By the combining of the two numbers. So what we have 1 and 0. 1 and 0. We are combining the 1 and 0. From where we are getting? From the decimal integer only we are getting those numbers. Not only 10 here. How much we are adding the numbers, those will be comes to by the our decimal integer. Just we have only 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers only we have. So if we need the 2 digits, 3 digits like that here, we need to be add from this only. So just we have the 0 to 9, these are the decimal integers. And it may accept positive or negative sign. These decimal integers will be accepts only positive or negative sign. Okay. For example, here you can see plus 14, and next here minus 11, plus 14 and the minus 11. So it will be accepts the only the sign symbols. If you are not giving the sign symbol, so just it will be takes the like your positive. And next here second one we have in the integer constants, that is the octal integer. Octal integer. This octal integer is having the combination of the digits. It is the combination of the digits from the set of 0 to 7. Octal means here 8, right? So it is starting with the 0. That's what here we stopped with the 7. 0 to 7 we have. Yes, you will be get the one doubt. In this decimal we have the 0 to 9 numbers. Here also we have the 0 to 7. How we can identify if I am writing the 6 or 5 number from 0 to 7? If you are writing any number, how we can identify this is octal or decimal? Right. So that is a question. So we can identify by the 0. Here octal integer is leading with the 0. Leading with 0 means here from the starting always it will be having the 0. If you have any 0 starting number, so that you can calculate here this is the octal integer. Okay, so for example you can see 0, 1, 4, 0, 2, 3 like this here. Always it will be having the 0 is the starting number. So then you can identify this is easily, right? And next you will be having the third one, that is the hexadecimal integer. Hexadecimal integer. In the integer constants, third one is the hexadecimal integer. This hexadecimal integer is having the any combination of digits. Hexadecimal means here is a 16, value of 16. So then here it is accepting the 0 to 9 numbers, and also it can be accepts the alphabets A to F. A to F. Okay, so here 10 means A, 11 means B. Like that it will be took the up to 15. 0 to 15 we have in this. So we added the 0 means here 0 to 15. Normally we have the 16. So we don't have after the number. 0 after we don't have the number, right? So that's what here we choosing the A to F. In the hexadecimal like this we have. If you got the any alphabet whenever you're writing the numbers or anything, you can see that is a hexadecimal only. For example, you can see 1423P. So you can say this is the hexadecimal. Why? Because here we have the one alphabet. So directly you can say this is the hexadecimal. Okay, like this here you can perform the integer constants. And we have the real constants into this. And in the numeric characters, what we have second one, that is the real constants. Integer constants only representing the numeric values without the fractional points, right? So these real constants are representing the fractional points. Representing the fractional points. Like here, if you're finding the heights, or else if you're finding the temperatures, or else distance, those all the our real constants only. Why? Because here those are all in a fractional way. For example, you can see 9.8, 1.414, 1.726 like this here. So these are all the our real constants. If you got the in between the numbers, if you got the full stop, dot, so that we can call here fractional point. Okay, so integer constants just accepting the numeric values, your real constants is always accepting the fractional points. Okay, like this here we can work with these real constant. And next here we have the character constant. Second one we have the in the constants, that is the character constants. Second one what we have, character constants. So your character constants means here it is the alphabets. Here this can be accepts the our alphabets. These are in the form of a single character and the string constants manner. These are the single character constants or else your string constants. These are the single character constants, and also it can be divided into the string constants. Again we have the string constants, in that I will explain that one. So again it is divided into the string constants that you can write here. Okay, this single character constant can be having the single characters, means we have the alphabets, right? So those alphabets are in the form of characters manner, and these are enclosed in between the single quotation mark. These are enclosed in between the single quotation mark. Suppose if you're writing the any alphabet, this can be enclosed with the single quotation mark. Okay, so string constant I will explain again. Okay, and next here we have the third one, that is the symbolic constant. Symbolic constant. This symbolic constant is the similar to our variables only, but their values cannot be modified after their initialization into this. Like here it will be having define, preprocessor directive type, preprocessor directive, or else here it will be the constant keyword type, constant keyword type, and sometimes here it will be in the enumerated keyword also, enumerated keyword also. So like this here we'll be having the constants. And next here have the fourth one, that is the fourth one means here in our tokens. Fourth one we have, that is the operators. Actually here we took the 1 2 3 only. Okay, there is no problem. And next here fourth one what we have, operators. So normally operators means here we can say arithmetic operators, relational operators, and comparison like your relational, logical operators, bitwise operators, conditional operators, increment and decrement operators, and special operators. Everything will be included into operators. I will do the another class for these operators. Just I will give the whatever we have in this. Just you can see addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus division. Division and the modulus division. These are the our arithmetic operators. Less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, equal to, and not equal to. These are all the our relational operators, or else here we can say comparison operators. And next, and, or, not. These are the our logical operators. Plus, minus. These are the increment and decrement operators. And next, and, or, and left shift, right shift, and one's complement. So these are all the our bitwise operators. Okay, and next here we'll be having these are all extractive, means your some conditional type. And next here we have the comma operators, special operators, size of operator, member selection operator, and new delete operator. So like this we have the operators. I will do the another class for this. Okay, at last here we'll be having the fifth one, that is the string constants. So this string constant is also in the character constants, right? I will explain here. So a string constants is the combination of the characters. Combination of characters, or else your set of characters. We can see the set of characters. String constants is the combination of the characters. If you have any strings, you can combine into this like that. And these single character constants are enclosing with the single quotations, right? So these string constants are enclosed within the form of double quotations. Okay, if you are writing the hello, so this hello can be enclosed in between the double quotation marks. Like this here we can perform the our C++ tokens. Thank you for the watching. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel.